What else? This one is also a knockdown. I think I went to... oh yeah, the knockbacks. So as I said, the knockback actually stuns too. So they can't do anything while they're knocked back. And I think I went through everything. I can't think of any other... oh, the stuns, I guess. So the 5-second stun in your face. You can't do anything for 5 seconds. That's just great. Yep. And then you have this very short stun. It's like, I don't know, on mobs it's like 1 second, but I swear it's like 0.5 second on players. Seriously, you barely feel it. But yeah, you have a huge amount of crowd control, which also acts as your defensive tools, because you can, well, controlled enemies can't attack, so you can use that offensively, but also to protect friends. So when they have a huge pack of mobs, you just knock them all down and they can't attack your friends anymore, and then use that offensively to actually land some combos. So there's a lot to do with it. Other classes don't have as many crowd controls. Actually, a lot of their crowd control were nerfed, especially in PvP. So I would think, but I'm not sure, but I dare to say that Warrior is probably the class with the most crowd control, both in PvE and PvP. Because for other classes, most of their crowd controls don't actually work in both scenarios. Especially for the sorcerers, a lot of their crowd control don't work in PvP, mostly in PvE. So this is yet another strength to the class, which makes it very strong and dangerous. Now I want to talk about another aspect that I have discovered in this CBT, and it makes this class really strong. So it is skill animation cancelling, which is basically like in combat games, except that it's actually part of your skills. What I mean by that is, for example, this skill. So this is the kick that you can upgrade to do a knockdown. But the last upgrade allows you to cancel any animation into the kick. So let's see, I'm going to do auto attack and then kick, and you see, instantly done. Without this skill unlock, I wouldn't be able to chain them smoothly like this. And in fact, when you do animation cancel, your next attack has a very fast animation. So this is the kick without the cancelling. It's slightly slower. So there are several skills which have this component where you can unlock cancelling. So this one, I mentioned the kick previously. You can cancel any skill into this one, like as you can see in the clip. This one. Which one? The stab. Yes, the stab. Which is one of the reasons I love this skill. And I think that's it. Oh yeah, the shield attack. This one. So let me show in action what this means. So one of the weaknesses of the warrior, especially in PvP, is with the dash is this. Like you have long ass animations, or actually let me find a better still. The ground slam is actually very long animation, like this. Yes, it has a very long animation where you can't do anything at the end, and that means you also can't chain attacks together. Like you do this and then you try to do another attack, it takes a while. You have that downtime, which can be detrimental to you. But the animation cancelling allows you to chain attacks together without having to wait, like this. As you saw, I instantly did the kick right afterward. It's highlighted by that red animation. So I also have the stab, so I can do the stab instantly since I have the cancelling unlocked. So this is really important because it allows you to chain skills together smoothly without giving any time to your opponent to react. So a good example would be in PvP, where you are like dashing on your enemy. So a lot of our warriors actually do that mistake. So they just straight up dash like this, and there is that kick animation at the end. And during that animation, every decent player punishes you. They knock you back, they do anything you want. You can see every video of warrior, they all do the same mistake. So what you can do is actually cancel that kick animation with something else, like I just cancel with the stab, which means that my opponent can't counter me when I dash in. And it gives me the advantage over them, because I can just cancel with a crowd control like I just did with the stab, which is a knockback. So this is really important in PvP and in PvE as well, because it reduces all your downtime. And it makes this class so much stronger, like just rushing in, then you cancel, and then you cancel with something else, and you keep on attacking, you don't let your enemy attack back. It's what? Gold Rush 2 against Gold Rush 1, wow. But yeah, this allows you to chain attacks together, like the stab and then instantly with the knockdown kick. It's insane, there's no downtime. The only limit, I guess, is your energy costs, but then you have to manage. But yeah, this is one of the strengths of the warrior again, like chaining attacks together like this without any downtime, chaining crowd controls as well. It also makes for a very dynamic class. Like there's no downtime, you just chain stuff together and kill stuff, no time to rest. But yeah, I also want to point out that some skills actually have natural animation cancelling. What I mean by that is that you don't need to unlock, as I showed you, you have to unlock the skills for some, but some skills have some natural animation cancelling. I don't know if it's intended or a bug. So for example, this normal left click attack, I can't do anything at the end of the animation. As you see, I have this small downtime, I can't do anything else. But as you just saw, like it's possible to cancel it with some skills. It doesn't work for all skills. So for example, I can do this and then chain into like that and continue on doing it without stopping, which I wouldn't be able to do if I just hold left click. So I'm just gonna hold left click, and as you can see, it has a very cooldown, you could call it, between attacks. So you can cancel that cooldown with skills like this without having the cancelling thing unlocked. So it's just a natural animation cancelling thing. So it only works for some skills, as I said. I haven't found all the skills that can do that. This is something that experienced players will have to find on their own, I guess, from playing. Like find all the list of natural animation cancelling skills. So this is one. What else? I think there was something with the kick too. I forgot. Nah, I don't remember which one it was. But anyway, this is something that I will have to go into more details later on. It takes a while to just check through all the animation and possible combos. But this is pretty much it about animation cancelling. So again, this is a huge aspect of the class, like cancelling everything like this. You can even cancel before the animation is done if you want to, like you're about to do a skill like this one, and then you just cancel it with this, just to bait. Like you do this, the enemy is expecting some kind of attack and it will maybe dodge, but then you cancel it and you surprise your enemy into something else that he wasn't expecting. So there is a lot of mind games to play with here. And also the added benefit of faster animation when you cancel. So I think every experienced warrior will try to master this. This is a very important aspect of it, of the class. And I think I've covered everything about it. So what I want to go through next is well, the combo effects, which I already mentioned in another video, but I guess we can go through it again. So you have some requisites, like say a skill with a down attack opponent, like this one. If you knock down your target, you can follow up with that down attack and do increased damage. As you see here, there is a down attack message, and I do 1.5 more damage, which is quite a big deal. You can do some crazy combos with that. But the magic of the class is basically chaining those with skill cancelling. Like launch in the air and then well, I missed here, but you can launch in the air and then follow up with an animation cancelling that does a combo effect. I don't have that many, do I? I don't have the ones that would make for some nice combo, but like I can do shield bash and then knock down, and then some other attacks. Let me do something else like this, and then I knock down, and then I do this like this, and then I chain it to a stab. So yes, it's very smooth. You can see I chain skills without any downtime. This is yet another strength to the class, to chain combo effects like this without any downtime, without any interruption. And that's pretty much it for the class. I think we have covered everything. I can't think of anything else. I've actually made a list here, and checking my list, nope, that's pretty much it. I've covered everything. So what else is there to say about Warrior? It's a very fun class, it's very fast-paced, it's strong, it's nearly fully melee. You have like maybe 2 ranged attacks that are not really long range, but it has a lot of mobility to make up for it, a lot of crowd control. So some people would actually say it's an overpowered class now. Yeah, maybe, but other classes have their strength too. But this is basically it for the Warrior. It's a class that I've been playing since CBT1, and I think all the changes between CBTs have really improved the class and made it much more fun to play. So the kind of recap we could do is, like, CBT1, you had a lot of downtime between skills. The abilities wouldn't really chain together smoothly. You already had a lot of crowd control, but it was really slow and maybe a bit boring to play. So they did some changes, added some more smooth attacks for CBT2. But the class still had issue with kiting, but I think that was mostly because of players' inexperience. And now CBT3, I would say we're really great class. It's a really fun class to play, really fast, a lot of crowd control again. I love it. I love the class. However, I would say that it's not a class for inexperienced players. It's not an easy class to play. There's a lot to take into account. So I think this is a class that I would recommend for people that are slightly more experienced with the game, or people that expect a challenge. It's definitely not an easy class to play. Like, between the cancelling, having to keep up with your animation, and having to play with your animation, you have a lot more buttons to press. Which, as opposed to other classes where you don't press as many things. But if you actually master the class, I think you can do some pretty nifty things. I personally haven't mastered the class yet, I'll be honest, and it's pretty obvious too. But I think I know a decent amount with the class. I know which direction I want to take in terms of what to learn. And this is definitely a class I recommend playing if you want a challenge. Oh yes, something I forgot to mention about skill cancelling. This is something that's sort of unique to Warrior, because other classes has some cancelling to some extent, but not as many possibilities as the Warrior. And they make up for it with a system that allows them to do combos. So as you may have seen in my previous videos about skills for other classes, they have some skills to unlock which allow them to chain 2 skills together, and that's basically the animation cancelling counterpart. I would say it's an easier way of doing it, because they don't have to keep track of their animations. You know, they just press that button and it does the combo for them. Whereas for the Warrior, it's harder to do because you have to do it on your own, but it allows you to do more. It allows more freedom and allows you to do more things out of it as a result. I think that's pretty much it. I think I went through the entire list. Once again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review and that it was informative enough. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.